Belur Maṭh. The first H or Belur Mutt is the headquarters of the Ramakrishna Math and Mission, founded by Swami Vivekananda, a chief disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. It is located on the west bank of Hooghly River, Belur, West Bengal, India, and is one of the significant institutions in Calcutta. This temple is the heart of the Ramakrishna Movement. The temple is notable for its architecture that fuses Hindu, Christian and Islamic motifs as a symbol of unity of all religions. History: in January 1897, Swami Vivekananda arrived in Colombo with his small group of Western disciples. 2 monasteries were founded by him, one at Belur, which became the headquarters of Ramakrishna Mission, and the other at Mayavati on the Himalayas, in Champawat Dist. Uttarakhand, called the Advaita Ashrama. These monasteries were meant to receive and train young men who would eventually become sannyasis of the Ramakrishna Mission, and to give them a training for their work. The same year the philanthropic activity was started and relief of the famine was carried out. Swami Vivekananda's days as a Parivrajaka before his visit to Parliament of Religions, took him through many parts of India, and he visited several architectural monuments like the Taj Mahal, Fatehpur Sikri palaces, Diwali cars, palaces of Rajasthan, ancient temples of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and other places. During his tour in America and Europe, he came across buildings of architectural importance of modern, medieval, Gothic and Renaissance styles. It is reported that Vivekananda incorporated these ideas in the design of the Belur Math temple. Swami Vivekananda, a brother monk of Swami Vivekananda and one of the monastic disciples of Ramakrishna, who was, in his pre-monastic life, a civil engineer, designed the temple according to the ideas of Vivekananda, and Swami Shivananda, the then president of Belur Math, laid the foundation stone on May 16, 1935. The massive construction was handled by Martin Byrne and Company. The mission proclaims the Belur Math as a symphony in architecture. Campus. The 40-acre campus of the Belur Math on the banks of the Ganges includes temples dedicated to Ramakrishna, Sarada Devi and Swami Vivekananda, in which their relics are enshrined, and the main monastery of the Ramakrishnan order. The campus also houses a museum containing articles connected with the history of Ramakrishna Math and Mission. Several educational institutions affiliated with the Ramakrishna Mission are situated in the vast campus adjacent to Belur Math. The Belur Math is considered as one of the prime tourist spots near Calcutta and place of pilgrimage by devotees. The ex-president Abdul Kalam regarded Belur Math as a place of heritage and national importance. Sri Ramakrishna Temple The design of the temple was envisioned by Swami Vivekananda, and the architect was Swami Vivekananda, a direct monastic disciple of Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna Temple was consecrated on January 14, the Makar Sankranti Day in 1938. The Ramakrishna Temple at the Belur Math is designed to celebrate the diversity of Indian religions, and resembles a temple, a mosque, a church if seen from different positions. The architectural style and symbolism from a number of religions have been incorporated into the design of the temple at Belur Math, to convey the universal faith in which the movement believes. The temple is considered as a prime example of the importance of material dimension of religion. The main entrance of the temple has a facade influenced by Buddhist style. The structure which rises over the entrance is modelled on the Hindu temples of South India with their lofty towers. The windows and balconies inside the temple draw upon the Rajput and Mughal style of North India. The central dome is derived from European architecture of the Renaissance period. The ground plan is in the shape of Christian cross. The height of the temple is 112.5 feet and covers a total area of 32,900 square feet. The temple mainly is built of Chuna stone, and some portion in the front is of cement. The high entrance of the temple is like a South Indian gopuram, and the pillars on both sides represent Buddhistic architectural style. The 3 umbrella-like domes on the top, built in Rajput Mughal styles, give an idea of thatched roofs of the village Kamapuka. The circular portion of the entrance is an intermingling of Ajanta style with Hindu architecture, and within it, placing the emblem of the order as representation of beauty and solemnity. Just above seen is a replica of a Shiva lingam. The Nat Mandira, the spacious congregational hall attached to the sanctum, resembles a church. The pillars in a line on its both sides are according to Doric or Greek style and their decorations are according to the Meenakshi temple at Madurai in Tamil Nadu. The hanging balconies above the temple nave and the windows show the effect of Mughal architecture. The broad parikrama path for doing circumambulatory rounds on all sides of the Garbha Mandira are built like Buddhist chaityas and Christian churches. The lattice-work statues of Navagraha figures are etched on semicircular top of outside the temple. The golden kalasha is placed on the top of the temple and has a full-bloomed lotus or amlaka below. The architecture of the big dome and of the other domes show a shade of Islamic, Rajput and Lingaraj temple styles. The entrance doors on both east and west of the temple having pillars on both sides are like Rajasthan Chhatakirti Stama, the victory pillars. Ganesha and Hanuman images, representing success and power. The statue, a full-size statue of Sri Ramakrishna is seated on a 100-petaled lotus over a damara-shaped marble pedestal wherein the sacred relics of Sri Ramakrishna are preserved. The Paramahamsa on the front represents a Paramahamsa. The statue of Sri Ramakrishna was made by the famous sculptor late Gopeswapal of Calcutta and the decorations of the temple were conceived by artist late Sri Nandalal Bose. The canopy above the deity and all the doors and windows are made of selected teak wood imported from Myanmar. Swami Vivekananda Temple The Swami Vivekananda Temple stands on the spot where Swami Vivekananda unregistered trademark mortal remains were cremated in 1902. Consecrated on January 28, 1924, the temple has in its upper story an alabaster om. Beside the temple stands a bell tree in the place of the original bell tree under which Swami Vivekananda used to sit and near which, according to his wish, his body was cremated. On July 4, 1902 at Belur Math, he taught Vedanta philosophy to some pupils in the morning. He had a walk with Swami Premananda, a brother disciple, and gave him instructions concerning the future of the Ramakrishna Math. He left his body in the evening after a session of prayer at Belur Math. He was 39. Vivekananda had fulfilled his own prophecy of not living to be 40 years old. Holy Mother's Temple The Holy Mother's Temple is dedicated to Sarada Devi, the spiritual consort of Ramakrishna. The Holy Mother's Temple is right at the entrance of Belur Math. The temple is over the area where her mortal remains were consigned to flames. The Temple of the Holy Mother was consecrated on December 21, 1921. Swami Brahmananda's Temple Another temple dedicated to Swami Brahmananda a direct disciple of Ramakrishna and the first president of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission is situated near Holy Mother's Temple. Ramakrishna Museum The two-storied Ramakrishna Museum hosts artifacts used by Ramakrishna and Sarada Devi, Swami Vivekananda and some of his disciples. These include the long coat worn by Vivekananda in the West, Sister Nivedita's table and an organ of Mrs. Sevier. The museum chronicles the growth of the movement in the Bengal of those times. The museum has a realistic recreation of the Pankavesha the clutch of 5 sacred trees of the Dakshineswar Kali temple where Ramakrishna practiced sajana. The black stone bowl from which Ramakrishna took payasam during his final days while suffering from throat cancer and the pillow he had used, in the house in Calcutta where he spent his last few months are on display. Ramakrishna's room in the house where he distributed ochre clothes to 12 disciples anointing Vivekananda as their leader has also been shown with a model of Ramakrishna bestowing grace on his disciples and the footwear used by Ramakrishna has been put on the model. The room at Dakshineswar where Ramakrishna lived has been recreated with display of clothes and other objects used by him, the tanpura used by Vivekananda to sing to his master, and the copies of 2 charcoal drawings sketched by Ramakrishna are on display. Sarada Devi's pilgrimage to Chennai, Madurai and Bangalore has also been exhibited along with the items used by her then in 1911. The museum showcases a huge replica of Swami Vivekananda in the front of the Chicago Art Institute where the famous Parliament of the World's Religions was held in September 1893. Alongside the same display is a letter by Jamshedi Tata, Swami Vivekananda's co-passenger on the trip. The letter reveals an important and well-known work that Jamshidi did, inspired by Swamiji, the founding of the Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore. The wooden staircase and the lotus woodwork of Victoria Hall in Chennai, where Vivekananda gave inspiring speeches to a large congregation, have been brought over. A few displays away from this is a show on Miss Josephine MacLeod, who met Swamiji in the US in 1895 and served India for 40 years thereafter. She played an important role in the Ramakrishna Movement. At this enclosure is a crystal image of Swamiji that was done by the Paris jeweller, Reena. Copyright Lalak. Activities. The Belur Math conducts medical service, education, work for women, rural uplift and work among the laboring and backward classes, relief, spiritual and cultural activities. The center also celebrates annual birthdays of Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Sarada Devi and other monastic disciples. The annual celebrations of Kumari Puja and Durga Puja are one of the main attractions. The tradition of Kumari Puja was started by Vivekananda in 1901. See also, Swami Vivekananda, Kalahat Kali Temple, Dakshineswar Kali Temple. References. Dutta, Krishna. Calcutta, A Cultural and Literary History. Signal Books. Pages 255. ISBN 978-1-902669-59-5. External links, Belur Math website, Belur Math Internet TV, official website of the headquarters of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, a symphony in architecture, Ramakrishna Temple, Belur Math pilgrimage book also available online at 1. Read details about Belur Math, Calcutta, Brahmachari Garudas. A visit to the Belur Math, January 1907. Prabhupada Bharata. ISSN 0032-6178. Belur Math to Dakshineshwar pilgrimage.